everyone. Good morning, good morning. We out here in St. Peters, Missouri at 370 Lakeside. Got some good sunlight. Today we're gonna do a little outside tour of the 2023 Georgetown 36D7. 2023 Georgetown 36D7. I believe this is that Nautique color. 37 foot 11 inches. Bezel headlights, long LED strip. All of that lights up at night. Got your Alcoa 22 5s. Side camera. 7.3 liter V8. Something that a lot of people don't talk about. These actually have that 30-inch door, a much wider door. .36D7 is that model. Got your outdoor radio. Used it last night. Actually does pretty good. Got your TV and a panel there. This first bay is all batteries. So on this coach you got 4 house batteries and 1 engine battery. Slam latch, really large bays, a little bit of pass through. Again, this is a gasser, but you do get a nice amount of pass through. Not too bad if you can see that. Now this is that, I call it the suicide door. Just reach in and pull a handle, open that second door. And we are loaded, got my kids' scooters and everything inside. But you can really get nice piece of equipment in that bay on this side. You got a pass through if you want to run some wires or cable through to access the outdoor TV. There is a plug just underneath HDMI and USB hookup. Cigarette lighter connection there. LED lights controlled from the inside or here. Moving right along. Just another bay. Again, a little pass-through storage. Another bay, nice amount of pass-through storage. And we do have the slides out right now. So on this coach, as you can see, low point drain is just under there. Just unscrew those and drain it out. And this bay is taken up by the freshwater tank. Easy access to your pump if you have any failures there. Water filter, pretty easy access there. I'll probably pop some specs up on this coach. 85 gallon water tank, plus a 10-gallon heater, so pretty much 95 gallons of water for a gasser. That's pretty darn good. Before I leave this bay, slide out controller behind this box here. They conceal it, I guess, to protect it. Pop those 4 screws and you can see your controller. If you're having any issues, you can get your error codes directly off there. Bypass everything in here where you bypass it. All right, so on this water heater, this is a 10-gallon on the Georgetown 36D7, 10-gallon water heater. However, for those who don't know, when you're winterizing, you do have to get under there. There is a cap. Let's see if I can get it. I don't have my knee pads on. You see here, right here, you gotta unscrew that cap, reach in and turn your knobs and put it into winterization mode. Of course, you're still draining it and all that good stuff, but just showing you how to access it. It looks like a panel that flips up, but this panel does not flip up. You have to get down there and access it from underneath. Just so you know, this is a 2023 model. This model does not have a ladder. It does not have a ladder. I do see some with the ladder, but this particular one does not have a ladder on there. Trailer hitch, as you can see, 5,000 pound max trailer weight. Do not exceed vehicle rating, it says. All right, moving to the driver's side here. Electric. So electric and cable. I use the Watchdog surge protector, but a lot of people don't know. A lot of these coaches now come with the surge guard. Not too many people know that, or maybe you do know, but a lot of people don't trust it, I guess. Not a bad idea to double up. It won't harm anything, but I do hear a lot of people say you would rather that surge hit your surge guard and you can just replace that internal part versus, you know, having to your entire system is shut down and you got to take it in for service and get all of that taken apart. So electric, this is a 50 amp coach, 50 amp, and you have a cable connection inside your bay as well. We have used the cable at some campgrounds and it works pretty decently. Wet bay. Here's a good old wet bay area. We all know what this is, what we do here. Sewer hose, got the pressure regulator, fresh tank fill, black tank flush. There you have it. There you have it. This does have you can see the heated tanks. It heats the arms up, and you got some, if you can see those heated pads inside. All right, moving right along. Generator. That door flips up. It's the only door on the coach that actually flips up. And as you all know, this has the big boy 7,000 Cummins Onan Quiet Gen 7,000. So you can pretty much power everything in the coach on that generator. And of course, that runs off the tank. Lockable gas tank. Again, this is a 2-slide coach. Slide is out. All right, let's see if I can get down low here. And this is just a storage on the opposite side. You see more storage there. All pass through. Pretty decent amount of space. Same thing here. Got a little room to add some stuff here. And again, we are loaded here. Got a ladder in there, some accessories, toolbox. Pass through. And then this box up front. So propane and hydraulics. So you got your hydraulic fluid, all of those good things, and then you have your propane tank. Now Georgetown on this model puts their inverter outside in this bay as well. To access it, to get a hand access, you would screw this cap off and you can see it in there. It is a 3,000 watt inverter, so it is a big inverter. It can handle those 12-volt appliances inside with no problem. We run that refrigerator, all of those things down the highway, all off the inverter with no problem. We get no problem out of running that refrigerator, the kids, tablets, phones, off that inverter. All right, 2023 exterior review of the Georgetown GT7 36D7. Let me know what you all think. And we will do a interior review as well. Thanks for watching.
On the corner where the shadows creep, whispers of the city, secrets.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. As promised, we did our exterior review of the 2023 Georgetown 36D7. And we're going to go ahead and do the inside. All right, so coming up in the motorhome now. Make sure we got day mode lights on. So here's the control panel that controls the entire coach here. I just want to make sure I got the lights nice and bright. Everything's on. Yeah, pretty much control everything here. Lights, water heater, see your batteries, generator, tank levels, all of those good things. Lights, generator, has automatic gen start. I have that disabled. Temperature controls, slide out controls. On here you can see you can control the rear bed, the tilt bed, the front bunk. We'll talk about the sofa slide out, bedroom slide out, and the awning, all on one tab. And then there's a settings button down low, different settings, and you can actually switch to different floor plans and such. Okay, so one of the things I skipped when I first came into the motorhome, down low here is your battery disconnect. If you're storing it for long term and you want to try to preserve those batteries, battery disconnect switch. And then to the right here is to either keep the steps out when stationary, or you can pull them in each time you close the door. All right, coming back up top, we'll start off at the front of the coach. We're at a campground right now. We're at 370 Lakeside. So we got the seats turned around. As you can see, they turn completely around. This driver's seat, I can only get this one partially around. That could be, I do have a slight issue with both my seats. None of them work. They're power seats, 6-way power adjustable. As you can see there, maybe lighting's not so good. 6-way power adjustable seats, but passenger or driver are not working. I checked the fuses. They both have an inline fuse directly up under the seat. No success there. No success there. So up front, on the driver's side here, you got your LCI leveling system. I got a bunch of cables and stuff going on here. Automatic headlights on these newer models. I like that. This is the upgraded package, the new 7.3, all new setup here. Your hazard lights, the traction control system on an RV. I think that's a new one. Got your map light. That's a pretty cool feature. The lights actually light up along the inside on both driver and passenger side. It looks really good at night. Those map lights. AC system. Radio display. It does have Apple CarPlay, which connects through this USB on the side here. You got one cigarette plug and a total of 3 USB options there. I bought a little converter because we have more cigarette lighter plug-ins than anything. So I bought the converter that converts the USB into the cigarette lighter. Really simple, off Amazon. $8 for each one. So up front, again, you got heated mirrors. This does have the dash fans. I'll let the night shade up. The front shade has the day and night shade. I'll let the night shade up, at least just to give you guys all power from a push button, and you can see the actual fans, driver and passenger fan there. I keep my tire pressure monitoring system up high there, easy for me to see while driving. And one of the things I learned was it works out perfect because I plug it into this USB right up top. My kids use it when they're using the top bunk here. It just worked out really well for that tire pressure system to be plugged in there, so it works out perfect. Since I'm seeing this, a lot of people ask what these two buttons are. They control the height of your shades going up and down. There's a safety height that you can adjust it to lower it to a different setting. I'm not personally recommending it, but a lot of people want to know what those are. That's exactly what those are. You can adjust the height that these are while in motion. That's exactly what that is. Again, the entire coach has day and night shades. Day and night shades throughout the entire coach. This section here, I call this let me move this out the way, our little glove box computer area. You flip that open, got a little bit of storage in there. Really neat there. And this one has one cup holder over here for the passenger, one over there for the driver. That's the only thing I miss about our old motorhome. We had like 6 cup holders up front. Now you do get this tray with these small cup holder options. They call this the conversation tray. These cup holders are really not deep enough to take care of you while in motion. That's the only concern I would have with that is traveling while in motion. All right, stepping back a little bit. Hopefully you guys can hear me. It's about 94 degrees. I got both ACs running. Top bunk bed. And again, this is controlled by the panel. I can let this down really quick. Try not to make this video too long. So I'm gonna come over to the panel. I hit the home key, go down the slide outs, and we're gonna front bunk lift. Oh, one important thing I forgot. It's locked in with the safety belt. So reach up there, release the safety belt, as you can see. Come back over to the panel, and I'm going to hit the front bunk lift down. Might give me a warning to confirm, and we can go. And it's just letting down nice and smooth. Nice and easy, nice and easy. And there you have it. There you have it. There's a ladder that attaches here. Kids go up and down there, and I really like this. We didn't have this one on our last motorhome. The safety net. I did notice there is a significant gap up front there. In my opinion, that gap is large enough for a small child to fall through, and they'll end up on that dashboard or into that windshield. That is a concern, Georgetown. So I don't know if the option is to add a net up there. It's just certainly something to think about. Up front, I didn't open those cabinets. 3 cabinets there. The one in the middle actually has a plug, a regular, I guess it's called a 110 or outlet in that middle cabinet, and it's completely passed through. You can access all 3 from that. So all good stuff there. All right, we'll start over here at the dinette. Larger size dinette than I'm used to or than we had. My kids, 5, 6, can sleep straight across once we let this down. Dream dinette, this will let down, and there's a cushion, of course. Kids can sleep headboard to headboard, I guess, with no problem. In our last motorhome, it was a 2019 Thor Ace 331. They had to sit kind of, I guess you call it cat a corner to make it work. So a little bit of storage under here. It's not a drawer, it's just a swinging door that opens up, and there's some storage under there. If you can see it, goes all the way back. Same thing on the other side there. Those doors swing open. This right here, man, we love it. Quad seats. All of them recline. The two end units are power recline. Got the LED light package at the bottom, as you can see. They are heated and massage. Heated and massage. These two in the center are a manual pull. There's a latch right here in between the couch, and you just pull that lever up, and they manually let out. And there's another cool feature here. I'll move these pillows out the way and show you. Both these middle couches flip down. Real easy. One hand, they flip down, and you've got cup holders, and you also have some power outlets. Again, really nice feature. And that's for both of these middle seats. The headrests, a lot of people don't know also, the headrests adjust. You can flip those up and back to a certain position. They snap. I don't know if these are stabilized. So it's the two end units. And again, like I said, those recliners come way out. My kids have started sleeping in these things because they let all the way out. And the other thing is the first two, maybe even three. This one for sure. I'm not 100% on this third one. They all let out fully with the slides in. So my kids love it. Going down the road, they can recline in these with no problem. It doesn't interfere with the kitchen side or the camp side of the motorhome. It doesn't interfere. So I'm gonna bring it back a little bit to the front. Right above this big 30-inch door I always brag about. There's a little bit of storage here. Kind of tall, so we try and put like the boxes of cereal and things in there. You got some overhead storage here. Not bad. Really strong magnets. I know a lot of people complain about doors flying open going down the road. They did a good job with whatever magnet package they chose. They don't come out. Full size microwave by Furrion. It has the convection system in it as well. Now, I like the Georgetown. They give you the full-size convection oven microwave. Generally, you get that and no oven, but in this model, you get that and you still get the matching Furrion oven here. And they really made this stuff look like it would be at home. It's not like a cheap college dorm style item appliance. It's really high end. It gives that high end look. I'll remove one of these covers. This is a 3-burner, 3-burner stove, again by Furrion, and again it gives you that high end look. And it is all gas stove. All right, got those on, and then you got this sink. This pulls down. You get pretty good pressure coming out of there. We're hooked up to water, good pressure, no problems. Nice sprayer on there, and it is a double sink. This is considered that farmhouse sink. More storage down below. One thing people don't know about, if you're having issues with your control panel and maybe you need to diagnose something, it's kind of important for the Georgetown owners. Under here, move that trash can. This floor panel here is where your control box, the brain to that system is. It's right up under here. I know, horrible idea, but it's under there. It's 4 screws in each corner that you would have to remove. I had to do it once. I didn't feel it was necessary to replace the screws. I just left it out in case I had to go back under there. But yeah, that control box with all the pin connectors are up under there. Very important for Georgetown owners. 3 more drawers here for storage. Everything is on a soft close. As you can see, I gave it a lot of push and As soon as it got there, it slowed up and closed. So really nice feature. Something that we love. I always tell people we're a family of 8. My wife and I have 6 children together, ranging from 17 to 1 years old. We still travel together for sports and various things. So this right here was crucial in our decision to upgrade this full-size refrigerator. So this helps us out a lot being on that road. All right, the fireplace. Again, a neat feature for us. Electric fireplace. Gives out a nice amount of heat. TV with sound bar. Not 100% on the size of that. I can check that later and maybe add it. And again, more storage here. You got some USB connections here, an additional plug. I guess if you want to install like a DVD player, or I don't know, they got games you can hook up, PlayStation, whatever the case may be. Storage above the bed. I missed that. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drawers here, and they all flip up. We just got covers and stuff, various covers and things like that for the kiddos. But really good amount of storage here. Really good amount of storage. So got a large cabinet here. What might be behind here? Something we haven't discussed. Pantry. So really nice. They're all on slide out drawers. One of the things I wish they would have done was installed some type of lighting system inside. It does get pretty dark, especially at night. Again, more space. Now the bottom section has more deeper drawers than the top, so we get bigger items in there. Down low they got some pillows and stuff, but much deeper, and again on the slide out tray. Yeah, that's the one thing I wish they did, was add the lighting inside the pantry. All right, so we have a door here. So bath and a half model. 36D7 is the bath and a half model, and this one has, again, day night shades, has your ventilation. This has the Sani flush system, the electric flush system. We always use the normal button to flush things down. You just press it and it does everything else for you. You don't have to do anything. It'll add more water to the tank, do a flush, put a little more water in there, and do another flush. Really neat feature. It's kind of filling up, and then it flushes, and then it'll add more water and flush again. So this toilet is on a macerator, and the way they got away from having to do 2 separate dump tanks was to put this one on a macerator. So that worked out really well, how they thought of that. Again, day and night shades as well in here. Really nice lighting. Let's see. Really nice features. They got these solid surface counters throughout the entire coach, and some storage underneath there. 2 shelves. All right, that's the half bath. Master bedroom. So this does have the sliding door or pocket door, whichever you want to call. I'll step back and give kind of a better view. So that's the door closed there on the master bedroom, I guess. And here we are. So this is a king size bed, and right now slides are out, bed is laid down. So you got plenty of space to walk through. No issue there. You can see the headboard. 3 windows there for some good lighting in here. 3 drawers or cabinet storage up top. That middle one does have a USB connection. I think that's for the CPAP machine, is what I always hear people talk about. But at any rate, you have plenty of electric back here. The 110, 2 USBs on that side, and it mirrors on the other side as well. Shelving, got a shelf there. As you can see, there's a cell phone there. And then there's more kind of little cubby space or shelving right there under there. So I'll show it to you on that side. More shelving there. Here, I have the ladder sitting right there. We don't typically store the ladder right there, but it's right there. That's for that front bunk bed. This panel here controls some items from the back bedroom. Tilt the bed up and down, of course. The lighting, the bathroom lighting. The master light on and off, you can turn the entire coach on and off. And then you can see you control the generator also from that panel. Now, I'm going to go back really quick. I missed that you have this panel here in the sitting area. And one of the issues we ran into, I got to figure this out whether I want to take this off the wall or put a locking case. You guys tell me what you think down in the comments. But my 1-year-old has gotten a hold of this, and of course those little fingers found the generator stop button, and it wasn't fun because, you know, we had both ACs running. Everything was pretty much running, and he's just pressing buttons, and he landed on that stop generator button, and boom, took me out just like that. So I gotta come up with an idea for that. 2 AC units, if I didn't mention it. One in the bedroom, one up front. Kind of didn't discuss that. There's also a vent right above the kitchen area for cooking and ventilation there. Make sure I don't miss anything. Drawers here, nice size drawers. This here is cabinet, can hang up clothes. Now they did put some push button lights in here, so that works. We store extra covers and things like that. Got 4 pull-out drawers. We got some towels and stuff stored in here, but really good space in those. So it's only 1, 2, 3. So this bottom panel is connected by magnets, but it's access to your breakers. So you push that in and lift up. You get your breakers, so you know where to reset things if things get crazy. I actually was out of the motorhome for a few hours, and strangely enough, came back to no air. And literally 30 minutes before I started this video, both breakers were tripped on my AC. I have no clue why. But that was the first place I checked. So I don't know what happened while I was out. And then you have some fuses under here. There you go. So, and again, you can see those magnets there. One in that corner, and I added like an off-brand magnet, because that's the one thing that will vibrate off, strangely enough, in travel. Nice size TV. Again, don't quote me. I want to say this is 32-inch in the bedroom. And then don't forget, you have the storage back here underneath. I probably shouldn't show. I hate showing that. That's the secret spot, right? All right, what might be behind this cabinet? So this was a huge plus. Family of 8 traveling down that road, especially with the little ones. Voila. Washer and dryer. Love it. This was a huge upgrade for us. Huge upgrade. Everything works as it should. Since I'm on the subject, Splendid, these, just make sure if you start getting error codes, I think it's a F8 and a F7. Those are like water pressure codes. You want to make sure you get good water pressure for these to operate correctly. And back here we have what I call the master bath. Again, there's a window there, day and night shade. Now this is the foot pedestal toilet. They got cabinets down low, 3 drawers. They're not super deep, but 3 small drawers. Cabinet space below. Again, nothing spectacular, but I love the sinks. I love the color they went with. Really matches well. The flooring, it all pairs really well. I guess that's called like a makeup mirror or something. I don't know. But yeah, 2 mirrors, one here coming over, one there, and then shower at the glass sliding showers. So travel mode, you want to lock that down for travel mode. You just lift it up, and they just slide across just like that. So really cool. Like this layout in the shower. Pretty easy to clean. Nothing major here. And I mean, I'm 6 foot. Get in there, no problem. No problem at all. So that'll do it for the master bath. And again, it has the vent. Always run those vents when you shower. Keep that mold from growing. So I think we covered everything for the interior of the motorhome. That mirror is an add-on. That's not a standard option. Anything you saw in the cabinets, the carpet, that's all personal items, not standard. But yeah, that is pretty much it. This is a 2023 Georgetown 36D7. Appreciate you guys taking a look with us. Please like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'll see what I can do.
On the corner where the shadows creep, whispers of the city, secrets they keep. Underneath the street lamp, steady burn. Life's a game of dice, wait in your turn. City lights shine, but they never